Hello, everyone. My name is Jane Klein. I'm the Director of Client Strategy at CounselingWise, and I'm here to walk you through the process and goals of your upcoming client strategy meeting. Okay, so prior to the invention of the World Wide Web, professionals found clients in pretty much the same way for centuries, right? Get a little sign out there, maybe you have a Yellow Pages listing. That was kind of it. But those days are gone. So in the age of the web, if Google's algorithm cannot understand you, potential clients cannot find you. Okay, so and to understand the fundamentals of how that works is very, very important, because it'll inform what you call your practice, which each page will be called, and how you'll basically be communicating with folks on the World Wide Web. So understand the algorithm. Okay, so how do you get found, right? So one way to get found is through organic search. That's as opposed to paid search, which you may have heard of. It's called PPC, or Google AdWords is paid. But I'm going to be concentrating on organic search on this in this webinar. So, in our client strategy meeting, we'll be trying to help you express yourself so that search engines can find you. So, for example, do I have a responsive therapy website? Becky comes up number one. How did she do that? Well, it's very difficult, but that's our goal, right? Is to get you up on number one in your area. Very difficult, especially if you live in a big city. Okay, so why does this matter? Well, it matters for a number of reasons, because organic traffic drives people to your site. So people do searches on things like Couples Therapy Austin, or it could be like anxiety treatment Seattle, things like that. So here's a picture of some Google Analytics of I came to CounselingWise on October 7th, and today's actually April 27th. About 6 months later, and compared to the previous period, you can see that the search volume is up considerably compared to the previous 6 months before I arrived. So I'm very into organic search engine optimization. I'm really effective at it, and as you can see, the traffic has gone up 312%. That's 1,215 visitors. It's up to 5,008. So that's what we want for you. We really want to get you more people coming to your website. So how do you do that? Okay, so before the client strategy meeting, I'll analyze your site and the form that you submitted in the Smart Therapy website program. I'll particularly look at the keywords you think clients, people use to find you, and I'm going to see the type of client you want to have. Then I start doing a keyword analysis for your site. Okay, in this case, I'm just going to use CounselingWise as the guinea pig. So, websites for therapists would be a kind of a that's a pretty logical search term. Maybe you even found CounselingWise by typing in websites for therapists. So, the interesting thing is this number here, right? 140. It's like, well, that's the average monthly search volumes in the United States. For that term, and it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but boy, if you get 140 clients a month landing on you on your website, that's pretty nice traffic, right? So, but you'd think, well, why don't you just why don't I just go after how to build a website or make your own website? I mean, I want those customers, right? Look at all that. Why don't I just have the page called "Make Your Own Website" or build a website instead of websites for therapists? Well, the reason why that is because if I have a page that's called "Build a Website," sure, there's a lot of traffic, a lot of people looking for that page, but the fact is that they're probably going to want to build it themselves, and I want people who are therapists, and so it's very, very specific. So you get low volume here, but the people who are searching on that term actually probably really want to find CounselingWise. Okay, so this will end up getting you about page one. For this term, we might end up on page 5,276. Okay, so after I do a keyword analysis, then I create a mind map of your site's navigation. And a mind map is just a software that we use, and it's just a great way to organize it. So it corresponds going, clockwise. That would correspond to an upper nav, home, test anxiety, phobias, panic, contact blog. And so, that's what we want to do the site navigation has to utilize terms, that will help people who are actually trying to find you. So whether your site is simple or really more complex, the goal of the client strategy meeting is to determine what your specialties are, what to call them, and the order in which they should appear. Okay, then I'm going to make a mind map for your site, even if it's a very, very complex site like this one is. What does this boil down to as you think about your client strategy meeting and your web communications? Specificity is key to communicating. Okay, you need to be aware of which keyword phrase will appear on any given page, and then I'll ask myself, and I'll explain to you what is the targeted phrase for that page. Okay, each page has to have one specific term that people might search for. Okay, it can't be all jumbled up on your whole site. If it's a test anxiety page, then test anxiety Seattle is what that's what we're going to optimize that page for. So in the client strategy meeting, I'll encourage you to be true to your voice while folding in the realities of search term average monthly search traffic. So the more targeted you are, the better your chances of ranking. Okay, so whichever term we decide will best represent that page will appear in many places, so Google gets a clear picture of what that page is about. It'll appear in the URL, it'll appear in the title tag, so those are title tags, people are familiar with those by now. It'll appear in the meta description. Okay, that's your chance to, I call it a marketing haiku. You boil down the essence of of that page and the type of therapy that you offer for that particular specialty area, such as anxiety. All right, this is your chance to really grab people right there in the meta description, but the term has to appear there as well. And it will appear in the URL at the site build phase. Okay, so it'll say mytherapypractice.com/couples therapy Houston. Okay, stuff like that. Okay, and when I say be true to your voice, if some clients you might want to encourage women to embrace their inner heroine goddess. Well, how about spiritual life coach for women? Because embrace your inner heroine goddess gets 0 average monthly search traffic. So you won't be able to rank for anything. So I'm going to say, be true to your voice, right? Be true to who you are. Be true to what you're offering people, but don't disregard the fact that spiritual life coach for women might get 20 average monthly search traffic volume every month, and you want to get those people. They're looking for you. Okay, so remember, websites don't rank, pages rank. Okay, I'm going to say that again. That's why it gets its own page. Websites don't rank, pages rank. Okay, so we really want to get your pages ranking. Page specificity is very key, and that's what we're really striving for in the client strategy meeting. Organization, good navigation, page specificity. Okay, so make sure that people who are looking for you can actually find you by understanding how people search for and find information on the World Wide Web. Okay, it's very important. So thank you so much for watching this presentation, and I look forward to our client strategy meeting and helping you communicate on the World Wide Web. Thanks very much for watching.